Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Cliff Backus, and this is your PushButtonStockTrading.com Daily Video Market Review Weekend Edition. Before we get started, I want to talk about three pieces of software that I find indispensable. I once had a friend for whom I have the utmost respect admonish me against shilling for the software companies. But I feel strongly that traders can and should benefit from highgrowthstock.com, freestockcharts.com, and marketsmith.com. So, shill I will. Let's start with MarketSmith. MarketSmith is a set of investment research tools for mastering the market, offering a set of extremely robust stock screeners, charts, and pattern recognition. More importantly, we use MarketSmith to generate our stock checklist, which we use to develop our universal watch list. Take a free trial of MarketSmith. Next, we have freestockcharts.com, which is a Warden Brothers product and has all the versatility of their TC2000 program on an a la carte basis. These are the charts we use in our daily video market review. I use the premium version, but they also offer an advertising-driven free version. And lastly, highgrowthstock.com, HGSI. HGSI is a remarkably versatile product that I use for analyzing and screening data. The Spectrum Analyzer is an HGSI product, and you can get a 1-month free trial of highgrowthstock.com, and you don't even need a credit card. And that's our commercial for this week. Okay, let's get started. Much of what we do at Push Button Stock Trading is based in part or in full on William O'Neill's classic book, How to Make Money in Stocks. O'Neill utilizes the acronym CANSLIM to identify the important elements of what he's looking for in a trade. The I in CANSLIM stands for institutional sponsorship and reminds us that we want to find stocks that the institutional or professional fund managers are accumulating. The L in CANSLIM stands for leader or laggard. It's important that we identify where the leadership in the market is. To that end, we use HGSI, High Growth Stock Investors Spectrum Analyzer, to identify market leadership on a daily basis. So let's get started with that. Friday, of the top 100 most powerful stocks in the most powerful industry groups, 15 came from the real estate investment trust industry. 10 came from integrated utilities, 10 from restaurants, 6 from IT services, and rounding out the top 5, we had 6 of the top 100 most powerful stocks in the most powerful industries in the utility networks industry on Friday. Recently, we've seen a tremendous amount of the real estate investment trust industry, and we've also seen quite a bit of restaurants. These may be good places to look for leadership when the market resumes the uptrend. Let's get started today by taking a look at the Russell 2000. As you know, I've been saying recently that the Russell 2000 is the key to this market going forward. The Russell's been in this downtrend since way back in July. The downtrend got more severe here in this area as we set up this channel, and then we undercut this channel line. The Russell's been extremely weak and has been a good indicator of where this market's headed. Last week we undercut resistance down here in the 1040 area. The next area of support is down in the 850 range. But Friday the Russell closed in the upper half of its daily trading range on a very, very weak day. This may offer a little bit of hope to the bulls. It just had a different feel to it on Friday and may be worth taking note of. In order for me to get wildly bullish about the market, we're going to have to recapture this area of resistance in the 1040 area, resistance up here in the 1079 area, and I would want to take out this intermediate term downtrend and perhaps take out resistance up here in the 1205 range. And so we've got a long way to go before we get exceptionally bullish. Let's take a look at what the NASDAQ Composite's up to. But before we do that, The M in the CANSLIM acronym stands for market, and to my way of thinking is the most important element in CANSLIM. So let's take a brief look at the market. Markets sold off hard again on Friday on heavier trading volume, giving us distribution days across the board. A distribution day is a trading session when a market index sells off by at least 0.2% on heavier trading volume than the prior day. Distribution indicates institutional selling in the market. Our overbought oversold indicator is indicating an extremely oversold condition in the market. Keep in mind that extremely oversold markets can become severely oversold. According to our market timing model, we remain on a primary sell signal with a secondary aggressive buy signal. An aggressive buy signal indicates that aggressive traders can buy stocks but shouldn't be employing margin at this point. More conservative traders should continue to accumulate cash. The S&P Composite is an aggregate of the S&P 500, the S&P 600, and the S&P 400 indices. An aggressive buy signal is triggered when the total number of stocks in the S&P Composite trading above their 9-day moving average is greater than the number that are trading above their 50 days. This is a much lower hurdle in an extremely oversold market. We're not seeing any universal watch list stocks even approaching legitimate buy points, and so I would take an aggressive buy signal with a large grain of salt at this point. That noted, declining issues crushed advancers by nearly 5-1 Friday, and the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line continues to look more bearish. New lows continue to swamp new highs with 1,433 new lows versus 12 new highs, an extreme ratio of over 100 to 1. Large capitalization stocks bettered small again on Friday and continue to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. Small caps typically outperform in bull markets. Okay, on Friday, the NASDAQ Composite was down 126.58 points, or 2.74%. We closed at 4488, and notice how we undercut this level of support down here in the 4506 area. And we're not able to recapture that, even though we closed in the top half of our daily trading range. This is significant, and this area of support, or prior support, will become resistance. It'll be interesting to see if on Tuesday we're able to recapture that area. Note how trading volume on Friday was much heavier than the prior day and well above average, giving us a distribution day. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are in a market in correction. We have been since January 5th. Right now, the NASDAQ Composite really is bracketed by support down here in this area, down around the 4,300 area, which would be the low on the flash crash back in August. And resistance would be way up here in the 4,900 area. Our market timing model is on a sell signal, but as noted earlier, we are on an aggressive buy, which indicates that aggressive traders can buy stocks at this point, but shouldn't be employing margin. More conservative traders should continue to accumulate cash. I would be very careful at this point on the long side in the market. Let's look at the S&P 500. The S&P Friday was down 41.51 points, or 2.16%. We closed at 1880, and notice how we held support down here in the 1867 area. The S&P, unlike the NASDAQ and the Russell 2000, closed in the bottom half of its daily trading range, which is not as good a sign for the bulls. Trading volume on Friday was heavier than the prior day and heavier than average daily, considerably heavier than average daily, giving us a distribution day. We are in a market in correction on the S&P. We have been since January 4th. Right now, the S&P is bracketed by support down here in the 1867 area and probably resistance at this long-term trend line. This trend line goes all the way back to the beginning of the bull market back in 2009. If we were to break above that level of resistance, we probably find resistance up here in the 1993 area. Our market timing model is on a primary sell signal with a secondary aggressive buy signal down here. This is an extremely volatile market at this point. We need to be careful. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks mentioned today or any of our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. Contact information is on the home page. Please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohanneson Liqueurs Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohanneson Liqueurs Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohanneson Liqueurs, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohanneson Liqueurs Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohanneson Liqueurs Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohanneson Liqueurs, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push Button Stock Trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push Button Stock Trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push Button Stock Trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push Button Stock Trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.